I am not. Do I look like a rebound to you? Absolutely not. No, I'm not a fucking rebound. I'm a first choice business class.
Main dish.
No side ting rebound. Thank you and good night. This is Frankie Kelly.
And I am Charlie House. And you are now listening to our podcast, Are They Trash?
I've been all around the world, so many different guys in the club, yeah. These garbage guys are so fine. They're always blowing my mind.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to our podcast of Are They Trash? And this is series 1, episode 5.
And today we're going to be touching on the topic of ghosting and the new word on the block that I had to teach Frankie, zombieing.
Yeah, literally didn't have a clue what the definition of zombieing is within the dating world. However, now I know, and we're going to go into it. Now I know, I can safely say there is multiple zombies around me at the moment. There's that many zombies around me that it's literally like fucking Halloween.
It's Halloween all year round for Frankie Kelly.
No, it's just more recently. It's like they've all come out. Like it's like summertime and they're all just like coming out.
Yeah, they've been in hibernation all winter, haven't they? So now they're
knocking on my door.
Hi, remember me? Yeah, not actually.
Yeah, sliding in my DMs. Yeah, just fuck off. You were dead for a reason. Fuck off. Go away. But yeah, so we'll give you the definitions of both of them for those that don't know. But first of all, let's talk about our week.
Yeah, let's talk about our week. Shall I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
I've been fully booked at work as per usual. So everyone's prepping for holidays and the summer coming up. So it's like lash lifts, brows, back waxes, the lot. So yeah.
Crack waxes.
I didn't want to talk about the back sack and crack waxes.
But there's been them as well.
That is a specialist treatment, you know. Only the best.
It?
No, I hate it. Don't tell my clients that, obviously. It brings in the money and they come every 6 weeks. So, yay.
Oh, God.
But no, I don't like it. Like, looking at dicks for fun, like, not for fun. I'm just like, oh, that's another one. Yeah.
And what else? What about
your personal
life?
My personal life.
Moving on from dicks.
Moving on from dicks. My personal life, less dicks and less cracks. No, loads of cracks, but not that kind of crack. What? You know, like cracks in the pavement.
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Yeah. Anyway, no, this week I started running again.
Did you?
Yeah. Because it was really good for my mental health.
Yeah.
And, you know, not that I'm like crazy, but, you know, sometimes you just need a little reset.
Yeah.
Got too much going on, really busy. So, yeah, started running again. I've run every single day this week and I feel top form.
Amazing.
Really good for setting my day up. Really, really good.
Yeah, so my week's also been like working towards my mental health, but not running. I've lived in my house for like 2.5 years now, and you're like, right, want to change things, want to get rid of things, want to clear things out. I was literally clearing everything I could think of. I'm not a hoarder, but also at the same time,
I'm such a hoarder.
Are you? Yeah. Oh no, I'm not, but I am with clothes and stuff. So I'm like,
clothes,
I might need that. That fashion might come back round. And
if it doesn't, I'll wear it anyway.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, he's off.
Hi, Marley. And yeah, so basically I just did loads of clearing out my house, got rid of loads of stuff, anything like kind of like old themes, made it all go, and then sort of started to go in with like new themes. And when you was up last week, wasn't you? We went to like Asda Home, which is really fucking good.
get to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
I did not know that they had just the home section. Like, that is, it was really, really good.
Yeah,
that was,
good.
Yeah, my favourite place.
Good. So try Asda Home. So that's first top tip, home tip. Asda Home, loads of like, just nice stuff and like affordable pricing
Yeah,
when you just want to
affordable.
do a refresh. I'd like loads of stuff.
What I really liked is like it's all together on the shelf in all the colours. So if
You
you've
can
got a
visualise.
colour, you can visualise what's going to go with what. That was what's,
That was really good. So I got loads of bits from there. And then little top tip as well, I ordered some spray paint from Amazon. And you know when you've just got certain items in your house, but perhaps they're the wrong colour scheme, but you still like the item. For example, I had some pampas grass in a vase. The vase was of a different colour scheme. And then I literally just got black spray paint.
It does look really good.
Spray painted it. And it just fits with my theme now, saves money, cost of living crisis and all that. It's what we've got to do when we're independent women out here. Got to get the old fucking spray paint out.
We still do need a man to fit the new toilet seat though.
I was just going to say that. Inquire within, please. To be honest, I actually messaged my mum and my mum was like, I think you'll be able to do it. It's not that hard because I can
I
do a lot
definitely
of
think
stuff.
you can do it, but I mean,
I would
any
like
takers?
someone. Yeah, I'll probably end up getting Ken, my 80-year-old neighbour, round. Not like,
Well, one of the zombies not be able to do that.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I let them back in the house,
Fuck that. They'll be straight in the fridge after the cat breathes.
literally, they'll be fucking in the sack drawer. They want Mr. Spring roll back. He's shit at stuff like that anyway. He's not a handyman at all. That's another thing, actually, which I find really fucking attractive. Like someone that can do handy things.
Definitely. A man that is like good with his hands.
Yeah, in many ways. Fit toilet seats, massages. Presses all the right buttons
around the house,
And presses all the right buttons in the right areas. If you feel like you can tickle them boxes, then please inquire with them. Slide him in the DMs. Thanks.
About ghosting. I'm excited.
Me too.
There's too many ghosts around.
Let's kickstart. Let's give a definition.
Yeah, okay, cool. I've got one.
Fab.
Here's one I made earlier.
Here she is.
So ghosting, when a person cuts off all communication with their friends or a person they're dating with zero warning or notice beforehand, you'll mostly see them avoiding friends' phone calls or their dating person's phone calls, social media, and avoiding them in public.
Yeah, okay, cool. So ultimately, just go MIA.
Yeah.
No communication. You don't know why. Cool. So what's your thoughts on it?
So I have some past experiences from last year. Obviously, previous to last year, I've always been in a relationship, and then went out into the big wide world of dating with I was like looking forward to it. I was like, this is going to be great. Like, I'm finally going to actually be single. I'm going to get to know myself. I've had some time away from my relationships, and now I'm like going to go out into the big wide world of dating, and I'm going to be great at this. Like, I'm not a nervous person, don't get awkward in situations. So I was good, I was thrilled about being single and going into the dating world. And then you start dating people and the ghosting thing happened to me so much.
Did it?
So much.
Give us an example.
So, I mean, so many examples.
Give us
but
numerous examples.
you know when you go, so I'd go out on a date. There's this one guy we met when we were out. We were texting for a while, and then we went on a date. When we were on the date, I was in this excitable, crazy, spontaneous mood that sometimes I'm in, and I was like, I feel like going to Ibiza for 48 hours. And he was like, yeah, I'll come with you. And I was like,
Love
amazing, this
energy.
is fit. Yeah, I'm like, fancy him so much more. Like, we're planning
God, yeah.
first date, we've been chatting for a while, we've been getting on, and now we're planning a spontaneous trip to Ibiza. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be amazing. So date all wraps up, all lovely, successful, continue texting after the date. Ibiza's only going to be the next weekend. Turns out he couldn't come to Ibiza, he couldn't get the time off work. All right, cool, that's no worries. We went out on another date and all went well again, and then literally never spoke to him ever again.
What? And he just didn't reply to
He
your
just
message?
didn't reply to my message ever again. And then the best bit, this is the best. So, I know, yeah. It's so weird, but like that's happened to me so many times. And normally I always wonder, like, oh, is there something going? I'm such a softie. I will think of a million reasons in my head as to why they've not texted me back, because why wouldn't they text me back?
Well, exactly.
In my mind, I'm like, why wouldn't you text me back?
So, wait, hang on. What was you going to say? You was going to say it was so weird, something.
Well, no, I was going to say it's so weird because that's how I go. I start to,
Right,
this is
okay,
what I
yeah.
mean, like I start to think of excuses as
Yeah,
to why.
why.
Maybe something's happened.
Yeah.
Maybe his mum's not well. Maybe his mental health's not okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
he's really busy at work. Maybe he's got a secret girlfriend.
But do you just think that it is... So that's really weird because obviously it went like really full on from you maybe going to go to Ibiza. Fair
Yeah.
enough, it didn't happen, but the conversations happened. Maybe he was just chatting the world of shit and he was never going to do that. But
Yeah.
I don't know whether in situations like that, they could be texting multiple girls.
Yeah.
Maybe the other one was further down the line ahead of you.
Yeah.
That's probably why he couldn't go to Ibiza because he probably thought, what am I going to say?
What am I going to say to this other girl?
Yeah. And then they don't know what to say to call it off. So instead of just being like, look, do you know what? Now's probably not the right time.
Yeah.
I've got a lot going on. I really get along with you. But
I've been texting this other girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I've actually been speaking to someone else.
Yeah.
And like it's just probably not the right time. That is far too straightforward. That's too much communication. And that's just like
That's all it would have
all it
took.
takes.
Because I wasn't that bothered. Do you know what I mean? We'd
Yeah.
only met twice.
because it has to be
well,
that.
3
Babes.
times, but
Well, it doesn't have to be. Like, obviously,
just be straight up, innit? I genuinely, right, so my mum FaceTimed me when we was on one of our dates.
Yes, he's back.
And so zombie.
Babe.
No, but I was on
No.
FaceTime to my mum on one of our dates, right? So then the weeks after, my mum's like, oh, how's so-and-so? And I was like, oh, haven't heard from him, mum. And she's like, oh, really? What do you mean? And I was like, she went, oh, well, like, whatever, on to the next one. I'm like, no, I'm genuinely really concerned about him. Like, he hasn't, bless you. He hasn't posted on his story. And he hasn't replied to my message. I think he might be dead. My mum's literally
fucking
burst
hell.
out laughing.
No, babes, you've been
She's
ghosted.
like, yeah, you've been ghosted. Just because he's not replied to you doesn't mean he's died. I was like, well, there's no other explanation.
Yeah, must be dead. I'm a
He
10 out of
must be
10.
dead out of
Must be
10.
dead. Wait, so did he... so you were friends on Instagram?
Yeah.
And he stopped looking at your stories?
No, he didn't even post on Instagram.
He didn't post?
No, he didn't post on his stories.
Before, or like, was there...
During the ghosting period.
So he blocked you from his stories?
Or that, yeah.
Definitely blocked from his stories, definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I'm unblocked now, and it does
Oh,
turn
you
out...
can see now?
Oh, I can see now, yeah, and he's
is
got a
it-
girlfriend.
Right, so she was in the
So this
background.
is it, yeah.
Yeah. But it's just a
it's just
shit
like, why
thing
didn't you
to
just
do.
say?
Yeah.
Because at the time it was all going really well. Luckily I wasn't that invested. Like sometimes you can get really invested. Like another time I was a bit more invested and I was like exclusively kind of dating this guy. And then he went MIA as well. And I was just like, when you're a bit more invested, it's actually like...
It's sometimes
a bit detrimental.
Yeah, I was going to say, it makes you question like
it
yourself.
really does. Like,
It
what
is-
did I do? What did I say? Especially being like the way that we are.
Yeah,
like,
I was too much for
yeah,
him.
I'm like, oh God, it was too much for him. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that cartwheel. Maybe I shouldn't have done those 4 tequilas in a row. None of this is... I'd love to say none of that's true.
It's all true. Yeah, exactly. Fuck's sake. Yeah, or
But
you're
then
like,
you start questioning
we
yourself.
spoke about this story on the date and maybe I shouldn't have spoken about that story. Maybe it was a
Yeah.
bit too intense. So, as always, we like to read out some of other people's experiences, opinions, etc. So, yeah, here we go. So, I read this and I thought this was really interesting, but it's kind of similar to what we've been talking about. we don't beg anyone to be in our lives anymore. Stop letting people walk in and out of your life as they please. If they're gone, stay gone.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, stay gone. I think if they've disrespected you by ghosting you, generally stay gone.
Yeah, stay gone.
Don't try and be controlling and come pop back up and I think it's a control thing.
So do I, definitely.
Yeah.
But then it's funny because on the flip side, I saw another one.
Yeah.
It was like, if he ghosts you, ghost him back.
Yeah.
So you could be stay gone, and then if they do get in contact, just, I mean, give
Like
him
keep the conversation going for a little bit and then ghost him and then be like, how'd you like them apples?
Yeah.
You could do that. That's pretty petty, to be fair, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, I generally don't do petty shit.
No, I don't either, to be fair.
It's too long to be petty for the sake of what? I ain't got the time anyway, so just...
Yeah, I'm a miss moral, take the moral high ground.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not going to do the petty things that you do. I'm better than that.
Yeah, so I probably wouldn't suggest to do that. But if you are that type of person and you want to, like...
Go for it.
Have the upper hand, then fucking ghost him back.
I agree.
Go on.
So, funnily enough, my mum's actually single, so I'm going to use one of her examples.
Brilliant.
She is on dating sites and she's the most straight-talking woman you will ever meet. If you've got something not quite right with your outfit or whatever, she'll tell you. If she don't like it, she'll tell you. But when she goes on dates with these guys, she won't tell them why she ghosts them.
So she ghosts them.
She ghosts them. She's like, oh no, I didn't like him. I went, well, so have you spoke to him? Have you told him you're not going to go on a second date? She went, no, I just didn't reply. I went, don't do that. She went, I'm not going to hurt his feelings and tell him why I don't want to go on a date with him. I went, you don't have to be completely brutally honest.
No.
You can just be like, you're not for me, da-da-da. No, I feel like she's so scared she'll be like, well, you've got buck teeth and like whatever.
Fucking hell, so she literally just...
She goes. I know I've had a go at her many times. It's not on. I don't like it.
Mum, stop doing it.
Stop ghosting, Mum. Stop ghosting these poor men. She'll hate me for saying that. She'll be like, poor men. They weren't good enough.
Like, this is true. Yeah, just do better when you're with her and then she won't have to ghost you. Turn it around. So
Put in the work.
Yeah, turn it around. I've got one here where it says, when somebody ghosts you, your closure should literally be that they ghosted you. So ask yourself, why would I want to be with someone who isn't kind or respectful enough to respond to me? You give your closure.
This is really funny because I've got one saved really, really similar, and it says the negative thought is, why do I always get ghosted? That was me last year. Flip that, brain training, flip your thought process to a positive one, and it's what is meant for me will never miss me. So the universe is actually doing you a favour when you're getting ghosted. So that does almost contradict, you know, some of the things that we've said where we're like, would we give them a second chance? Sometimes maybe you can, but sometimes possibly not.
Yeah. Agreed.
One of my friends has been ghosted so many times, she actually got a tattoo of a ghost on her leg.
Fuck off!
To make light of the situation.
I mean,
honestly, shout out to her.
Wow.
She's a veteran of the old dating sites, bless her.
Bless her. You know what? Fair play. Literally. I guess if you don't laugh, you'll cry. So
Exactly.
Brilliant. This is like a ghost that ended up being a zombie. We'll talk about the zombie thing afterwards. But so last year, so I'd never been on like any dating apps or anything like that before. Like my whole life, I'd never been on them. I always just wanted to meet people in person or naturally. And so I tried Hinge out for the first time last year, and quite soon I've been on the app. I got talking to this guy on there, and long story short, he literally ticked so many boxes, like really, really attractive, got his shit together, or so he said anyway.
Yeah.
Got his shit together, just had like decent hobbies, was very like ambitious, motivated, intelligent.
He sounds like a catch.
Yeah, a major catch. Really good looking, etc., whatever. Anyway, it moved from Hinge to WhatsApp. He also lived quite locally, so it's all perfect. Like, no children yet, like, similar age, family orientated. Just fucking ticked all the boxes, basically.
Yeah.
And we really got along. Anyway, we were just gonna, sorry. We was gonna meet up, and a couple of times was gonna meet up. Now, he was really, really busy, which I totally appreciate because I'm really fucking busy as well. So there was a couple of times where it didn't happen because he was busy. So I was like, all right, cool, he's busy, that's fine, I can accept that. And then it kind of just got to a point where I was like, I'm not going to keep asking you to meet up. Like, that's just not me. Like, fair enough, I can accept a couple of times if you've been busy or something coming up or whatever. But if it's going to continue like this, and like, I can't just keep giving you the busy excuse. Yeah. So I was just like, whatever. So I kind of just left it. But we were friends on Instagram, and funnily enough, he went on a solo travelling trip when I went to Uganda, and we were both fucking really weird. We're basically both like, we were basically both in the airport, at the same airport on the same day, but we flew the morning and he flew the night, and he was going on a solo travelling trip and it was really random, but also I was like, another box ticked, loads to talk about. So he was away and I was away, and obviously after that and around that time we sort of spoke about it, and then Christmas came, and I think when I got back from Uganda, there was only a small period of time I was on Hinge, and I got back from Uganda and I just was like, nah, all riff-raff, zombies everywhere, fuck off. Left them all. Actually, not even zombies at this point, just like...
The flaky ones.
Yeah, just couldn't really be bothered. I
Flaky.
was like, whatever, so just cut it all off. And then he's always still been, like, in the background. We've spoke through social media, and I can honestly say, like, we have when we chat, it's maybe once a month, really nice chat, and in the back of my head I've always thought, why did we never meet up? I personally don't get it. Why did we never meet up?
And that's what we was just saying. Like, it does play on your mind. It's like,
what have I said? What have I done? And one night I came back from a night out and I FaceTimed him when I was drunk, and I told him a story of something, and it
Are we allowed to know the story?
No.
Save that for another episode.
Not yet. And I told him, like, I'd had some wine, red wine, loopy juice, and I was like, just opened up to him, and we had a chat, and I told him a story, and I just thought, oh no, I thought, oh my God,
that was too far.
I thought the story was a bit maybe too far, and I always played it down to that, and I thought, oh, maybe I was too much for him, same thing. And I was just like, you know what, whatever, like, he's a nice guy, we get along, like, that's that. Fast forward to like a few weeks ago, and he basically popped up and asked me like a question, was like, can I just ask, like, oh, you look like you're having a really good time away, like, complete friends vibes, can I just ask you something? Why is it so hard to find somebody with the same emotional intelligence as you, like, So anyway, opened this question, so I was like, why are you asking me that?
Why are you asking me that?
All people. Anyway, I basically just put it on him and just said to him, totally get what you're saying, completely, but also, like, I would say that I have the same emotional intelligence as you, and like, what the fuck happened there, Mr. Ghost? I called him like Mr. Ghost or something. And basically, he was like, you know what, I'll tell you the whole story. And he was seeing somebody.
Ah, well, at least he was honest. It was a shame he couldn't be honest at the time.
Exactly. So he was
you'd have much
seeing
more
somebody. He was like, but he said it was like more of a situationship, but then they decided, are we going to make it something? But then in the back of his head, he knew he didn't really think it was going to go that way. But then he thought, let me just give it a shot. And he said, I'm not the type of person that would date two people at the same time. Like in that way, I want to
say that.
No, yeah, but he didn't date me.
No, I know.
He didn't. So, do you know what? I actually respect it in a weird way. As much as I felt like ghosted by it.
Yeah.
Now I know why, and obviously it gave me that like
clarity
and
closure. That's exactly it. Yeah.
And then like anyway, we chatted for a bit, and like, he was going around holiday and stuff, and he was like, "Oh, we'll have to just catch up for a coffee sometime." And I said to him, like, you know, where are you at? Like, where's your head at the moment? And he was really honest as well. And he was like, you know what, obviously I've had that situation. I kind of just want a bit of like time on my own to do me for a bit to like understand exactly what I do and don't want. But I was like, but where did that question come from? Why did you ask me
Yeah, 'cause he
that?
sparks up the conversation
Yeah.
again, sliding into your DMs. He's been an absolute zombie.
So he's gone from a ghost to a zombie.
Shall I read the definition of zombie now?
Do it.
Then you can, we can share our zombie stories because I do have some too.
You're a fucking liar.
So, zombieing. Zombieing is where someone you previously dated and very likely cared for, or were even in a relationship with, ghosted you, only then to resurface sometime later, most likely in the form of some sort of social media interaction
There we go.
or an out of the blue text message. Usually the zombieing happens just when you've gotten over the hurt of having them ghost you in the first place. Then all of a sudden they subtly reappear, and I say subtle, it can feel like a slap in the face, causing more emotional upset. I do massively agree with that because, like I say, like I did actually have to take a break last year from dating because of all the zombieing, because of all the ghosting that had happened to me. You know, and it just knocks you, and you're like, hang on a minute, what am I doing wrong? Where am I going wrong? Obviously,
Well, he's gone from one need to the next, to the need to the
he's
next.
so needy today.
You're needy today, aren't you, darling? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Are you a zombie? Ghost? You're not a ghost. You're far from a ghost. You're a pest. Come on, then, pesty pants.
Bless him.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, okay, so now we've got the definition of zombie, and you're all just probably going to be pissing yourselves laughing because you've all
you know
had
you've got it, yeah.
but you didn't know that was the name. And when we
Yeah.
was like, I was speaking to like friends as we always do and get their stories and things like that. And I think it's weird because I feel like zombies are also borderline narcissistic.
Yeah, probably, because I think they like to have some kind of control.
And contact, but they don't want it to be anything more. So
Yeah.
I've had an actual abundance of zombies recently. Now, I don't know whether it's because it's coming to summer and they're all coming out the woodwork,
Yeah,
or I took quite a shift in
I was just about to say.
my life, and I don't party like I used to. I'm always sociable, but I don't go out like I used to. I've got different projects I'm working on, and I'm very open on my social media. As you know, if you follow me, you know I do share what I do. I've been working on lots of different projects, and perhaps these people want a little bit of
They want to see what you're up to.
yeah.
Oh, look, she looks like she's on a different vibe, especially for those ones that maybe you were a bit too much for before.
Yeah, they probably went
'Cause
like,
I know
I
I've
don't
got
want to
a
settle down
couple.
with that.
Don't want to settle down with that lunatic.
Yeah.
But now you seem like you're getting your shit together, and you got. Well, I mean, your life's always on track anyway, but they don't know that.
yeah,
They
but
just see you going out all the time.
different.
They're like, oh, hello, she's a little bit more appealing. I've got a couple that are like that, you know.
Yeah. And then they
Yeah.
pop back up. But then in my head, and I kid you not, I went away the other weekend with the girls, and there was literally like six different six. And I was
The
talking.
devil's number.
Sorry.
We've been
Devils! Oh my God, yeah. Honestly. And they'd all pop back up, and they were like, there was even an ex-boyfriend from when I was like 16 years old that
Wow.
had just downloaded Instagram and like fucking popped back up and then tried to say, here's my number if you ever want to catch up sometime. Catch up. We were 16 round the park drinking fucking White Lightning. Like, no, I don't want to catch up. Thank you. I drink Malbec now and have olives. I'm a different girl. No, I don't want to catch up. But thanks anyway.
Thanks for the ego boost.
Yeah.
Not.
No. Weird.
I was going to say the same. I think my ex-boyfriends are the same. They just slide into your DMs, drop you a little like, hey, how you doing text. Go away. Like,
off.
what purpose is this friendship to
Yeah.
either of us?
Yeah.
Not really bringing anything to the table.
Nothing at all to the table.
It's just the little carrot that they like to dangle. Like, oh, how's she doing these days?
Yeah, I think they want to know whether you're still there. And I've had so there's a couple which were more like that, and then there's one that's like he just always wants to be relevant, but like we're not like going on a date. It didn't work before. You're no different, and I am an elevated version of myself. So if I didn't put up with it before, I'm absolutely
Definitely
not putting up with it
now. Yeah, no.
And you know that. So just no. But I've had multiple recently, like multiple, and even one that was like, I know that he's just split up with a girl. Like, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I knew he was with a girl, should I say. And wow, the messages was like, and I was like, it started just friendly and it ended friendly. So we were just friends. So there was no harm in the conversation. But then it was like a lot. And I was like, hang on a minute. And then...
like your second best.
yeah, exactly.
No,
No,
not around here.
Absolutely not.
Main dish vibes.
Bin, trash. Get in the bin and stay in the fucking bin, you little zombie. But yeah, and then he didn't want to say anything, and it was me that was like, oh no, it was Marley was like, oh, you'll have to let me know when you're free. I'll come for a catch up with you and Marley.
Oh, not another catch up. I'm bringing the dog into it. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, like
I know how to pull on her heartstrings. Yeah.
You all know, don't you little shitbags? Honestly, anyone that mentions Marley, I'm like, oh, go on then, dog walk, go on then. But no, anyway, I said no to them all. But and I was the one that said to him, so
you
what
do
happened with
just
the
call-
girl?
What girl?
No, I said to the guy, so
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened? What happened? You were like, what? No, I asked him.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So calling them out, are we saying let's call these zombies out?
Yes, right. So
Yes, I agree.
Zombies. So T's and C's for zombies.
Agreed. Yeah, let's
Okay.
do this.
First of all, identify, like, has there been a shift or a change or a change in pattern in your life that's become more appealing to them? Because number one, that's probably it. Or if you've been a bit quiet and they don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, they like to know what you're up to.
So that's like number one. When they slide in, I think you need to, in a roundabout way, entertain. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? Yeah,
Yeah,
life's
yeah.
great. Let them know how great it is without them.
Tell them. Absolutely killing it.
Yeah, which they know anyway because they've been stalking you, and that's why they're in your DMs. And then I think
Call them out on it.
Call them out. Yeah, so like if
I do it with a little bit of sarcasm. Love
Go
a little
for
bit
it.
of
Go on,
sarcasm.
give me a little example.
Oh no, I don't think I have an example.
Oh,
but yeah,
fucking hell,
like
that's boring, Charlie.
Well, no, I can think of an example. Give me a minute. You know when you like to call them. No, but like you said, how's your girlfriend?
Yeah,
How's the girl?
yeah. So what happened to the
Thought you
girl
got
then?
back with your ex.
Yeah, so I thought you were on holiday in Jamaica recently, or like wherever, like
Saw your holiday pictures.
Yeah.
On the plane with your wife.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
I am not. Do I look like a rebound to you? Absolutely not. No, I'm not a fucking rebound. I'm a first choice business class.
Main dish.
Main dish. No side ting rebound. Thank you and good night. So yeah, and then what else? And then would you meet them then?
I think if there's some, like, if they're straight up honest and they explain, look, I was seeing someone else alongside dating you, we were further along, we gave it a go, it didn't work, and to be honest, I've been seeing you out and about and you're still looking fire, and shall we give it another go? Then if they were straight up honest like that, I know they weren't honest the first time, they did ghost you, remember? I think I would probably give them a chance, but I'd make them really work for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I would probably give them a chance.
And I also think it's kind of like how far down and what exactly happened.
Yeah,
So,
it's all circumstantial, I think.
Yeah.
So if they really disrespected you,
then no.
then absolutely not.
No. But if it
Yeah.
was like maybe didn't get to that point, like the example that I just said, or it kind of just ended and then they went off and had a different situation and now, yeah, like you're kind of meeting on different terms, but also you've got to be really careful that if they've ghosted you because they were dating someone else, like the example I just said, and now...
Is that not going to happen again?
Yeah, but also you don't want to be their rebound.
Exactly, yeah.
You don't just want to be their bit
Don't
of
just want to be the
fun.
rebound, no.
Because you remember we're here, we're doing all our cleansing, our healing, our peace. And you don't want them to come disturb your peace
No, you can't disturb
either.
that.
But you can maybe go for a nice little coffee date or a little day.
Catch up. I still think, rub salt in the wound, let them know what they were missing.
Yeah, turn up looking 10.
Yeah, turn up looking 10-10.
Yeah.
You've got your shit together.
Yeah. Yeah, and then just have a chat, and I guess from that chat you can identify whether you are going to be a rebound, whether they are just still a wanker, or whether maybe it was just
timings weren't right. Yeah,
But then I do
like sometimes if someone's gone off the radar because they had a bit of struggle, like I know what I'm like sometimes. If work's proper on top and it's just like, oh, I really don't have any energy right now for dating, I can't even commit to once a week to see them, do you know what I mean? Then you kind of, it's unfair to drag that person, to drag it out with that person.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to be like, well, cut off. Still, I would tell them though.
Yeah, but do you know it's actually funny because that is what you should do, and I
Yeah.
totally agree with that. I was scrolling through my Instagram last night.
Are you just thinking of all the people that we've ever ghosted?
I'm literally thinking of
I
something
was-
now. I'm like thinking.
I was
through my
thinking-
Instagram last night, and he's a really nice guy, but it was just timings, things like that. I had a lot going on.
That's just like so
She's
funny
literally
because I was doing
contradicted
the same.
herself so much. She's trying to give all the T's and C's, but then she's been like,
And then
"Fuck."
in my head, I'm going, who's going to listen to this episode and be like, well, you ghosted me?
Honestly, and I'm thinking of one now, but I wouldn't even necessarily. Well, I guess it is ghosting, and we were supposed to meet, and then just certain things, and it just we did meet, and then just certain things, and we didn't. I'll be honest with you, I was just exhausted one day.
Are you
and I
being
was
honest
like,
with him right now?
Sorry, but I actually did. I didn't ghost him. Actually, I did say to him,
I think
I'm
I do
shattered.
normally, yeah.
I said, I'm tired, I wouldn't be much company. And also I was in a mindset of, to me, we would need to like go out, go on a date, but I wasn't in that mindset. It was like a Sunday, I was shattered.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I don't just want to go around his and
If
that
you
gives
do
the
that
wrong...
chill thing, it gives the wrong impression.
Yeah.
You need to do the
So I did
dating
it for
thing.
my own boundaries, to be fair.
Yeah,
like,
fair.
I didn't want to go around his. So I just was like, you know, I'm exhausted, whatever. And called it off. And then we like haven't spoken since. And he's a really, really nice guy as well. Like a really genuinely nice guy. And I've
Well,
noticed...
she said sorry, so...
Yeah.
You've apologised live on air, so...
Sorry. I'm going to give him a message after this.
Zombie!
Zombie, here I am. I'm back. Dead.
No, that's so funny. As I was
So it
thinking, I was
is
just like, oh,
sometimes
I've probably ghosted. No, I don't think I've ghosted people, but I am the first one to go,
Too
I
much.
haven't got time for this. This is all too much for me. Like, work has to come first. And obviously, I've got a crazy social life, family as well. I'm pretty, like, family orientated. So the first thing to go generally will be the dating side of my life, because I'm like, oh, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort.
Yeah, it is a lot of effort.
It's a lot of effort.
It really is.
Especially if you've got more than one on the go.
Well,
Jeez.
exactly.
It's time consuming.
You know, it's time consuming, literally. Especially when he's trying to stick to all the rules and regulations. And really, you just want to be like, sometimes you just want to be like, do you want to just come around and chill and we just have Netflix and chill? But you're like, no,
But I'm not gonna have
boundaries,
sex with
this,
them.
that, all these things, it's all going
Trying to
on.
look like I've got respect for myself.
Yeah.
But I just want you to come and chill.
Yeah, just come and just massage my back or something, or tickle my back. That's it, and we'll just go sleep. That's
Bring
it.
your own snacks.
Yeah, literally. It's a lot, isn't it?
It is
But
a
yeah, so I guess we've gone 360 full circle. But I think for me, I would never just ever ghost.
No,
like,
same.
just even make up an excuse, even if it's not like the truth. Make up an excuse, whether it's the truth or not. Because you can give that person a complex, like
Yeah,
I say, like I really
100%.
did think that guy ghosted me because
story
that
was
story
too
that my
intense.
story was too intense, and it is
Yeah.
a pretty intense story. But anyway,
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this story.
I'll tell you one day. Maybe.
I totally agree. I think after last year, with all the ghosting that happened to me, I think definitely honesty, or not even honesty, just being straight up with someone and letting them know.
yeah.
Leaving them hanging is so, like, I just think it was really detrimental to, you know, how I felt about myself. I was, you know, bounded into single dating life and then literally felt so knocked. And you're just like, how many times does this keep happening? Am I going to get back up again? And you're like, no, put a stop to that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, fair play.
You take a step back sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I was just questioning myself and I was just like, am I too much? Am I too loud? Am I a little bit crazy? No, because for the right person, you wouldn't be.
100%.
The right person will take you for who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe
So,
pull you to one side and be like,
chill the fuck out.
chill, calm down. You're very over the top. Like, I'm just like, sorry, excited energy.
Yeah.
I was just excited.
Yeah, I think we've learned lots, we've spoken about lots, we know what ghosting is, everyone knows what ghosting
Yeah.
is. We now know what zombies are, and it's identifying whether they are back just to make themselves relevant and just want to slide in your DMs to just, be known that they're still around.
Yeah.
Bit narcissistic, bit like, yeah, fuck off, stay in the bin. Mm-hmm.
Or they've got good intentions.
Yeah.
And they actually want to maybe put some effort in to reignite where you left off.
Yeah.
In which case, make them work for it. Protect
Yes.
your energy, ladies.
Make
and
them work
gents,
for
that's
it.
what I say.
Yeah, protect your energy. Make sure you know the reason behind it. Make sure you're not rebound. And if you think that you can perhaps work on it again properly, they need to work for it harder to prove that to you.
Otherwise, there's a chance that it will happen again.
And again.
And you don't need that.
Exactly
Because that's going to be super
We
detrimental.
don't need that, do we, Marley? No.
No.
Cool. So, yeah, on that note, thank you for listening to our podcast of Are They Trash?
This is Frankie Kelly. And I am Charlie House. And you are now listening to our podcast,
Are They Trash?